I read somewhere, if you don't use your potential to the fullest, it's nobody's fault but yours. We artists keep traveling to give our best and for inspiration. Sometimes the travel is internal, sometimes external. It depends. PaperCut art is, this show, persona is close to my heart. Coming to the PaperCut art history, started around 4th century AD, China, and it took long way traveling and reached parts of Europe only around 13th century. So it had a long travel to reach people and become known to many. Only around 16th century it was able to get familiar with parts like Turkey, Germany and Switzerland. So we are not surprised that our place is not familiar with PaperCut art. Creators have this tendency to easily get bored. I think that's what interests artists to explore other medium and genre in art. So even I'm not spared. So I get saturated at a point doing the same kind of techniques. So PaperCut helps me to go back and forth. So I go to different medium, come back to it. It's kind of more precise art form. Still it's creative and interesting. So I do it that way. And my show persona is not just worshipping a person, but it's more of celebrating life, celebrating dance, celebrating cinema, celebrating writing. So it's more intense and it vibrates my passion towards people I admire. Celebrating music and musicians' convictions. So I think success in art world is not just about selling your artworks, but conveying people how you feel, sharing your experience with art and art world, sharing your perception, inspiring someone, welcoming someone who has never practiced art to get involved with that, kindling their own perception about something I've expressed. So ultimately I feel I paint for myself. Practicing an art form, what we experience is more important. So somebody finds doing watercolor very interesting and satisfying. It may not be the same experience with some other artists. So what I experience doing PaperCut is different. because I was able to vent out a lot of rage through the process of PaperCut. Just like it's like a controlled destruction. You avoid the parts which you don't need. So just like sculpting. So playing with positives, negatives, negative shade, positive shade, just like life. So the process itself is so satisfying. You went out a lot of feelings and expressions through it, and you wait for the outcome. That is really an interesting process with me.
Once you keep practicing your art and expressing yourself, what is the utmost you will get? Is it the claps in front of you, or the pats on your shoulder or your back? No. It's most times straight and twisted discouragement that is going to slap on your face. Oh, you have a breadwinning profession, especially. Don't do art. You're good at it, but don't do art. You have a much good profession, much better life. Why you want to waste your time in art? Do what you're good at. Do what you have in your hand. You have a family to take care of. You have a kid to take care of. So don't keep doing art. That is the most I have heard from many. Come on, we're not machines to just go to a job, pay our bills and die. We are artists and we have to express ourselves. We are not totally pushing our responsibilities aside, and nobody should for that reason. But we express ourselves. It's a common thing for an artist to express himself from birth to grave, whenever he is inspired. Let it be 5 minutes for someone, let it be 5 hours for someone. It is the affordability, the time, what you can afford. But nobody can say what we have to do or what we should not do. So get used to all those discouragements. It will keep coming till the end. So start moving ahead, turning deaf to those great advisors. And once you're practicing art or being creative, definitely it's going to activate the other side of your brain, and in turn it's going to help you in whatever you're doing for your main breadwinning thing. And you're going to be more creative, and you're going to tackle a lot of issues and problems in a more creative way than others. So why to stop your creative practice or your passion for someone who is not going to help you in building up your passion? Ultimately, I paint for myself.